Hey guys, Ray from Lund RV and Boat. So that wasn't the ferry trip I was expecting to take in November. Generally, we are aboard the Coho ferry from Victoria over to Port Angeles. But this time I was traveling from Comox to Campbell River. Driving right up to Lund right now, and going to check on our boat in the storage yard, but also going to pick up some winter gear for the RV, because we have decided this winter to stay on Vancouver Island and not do our usual snowbird trip down to the United States of America. Several reasons for that. We kind of went back and forth because we've done it so many years, and we really enjoy the beauty of the landscapes down there and the camping opportunities, and of course all the great friends we've met over the years. It's going to be sad not to see them, but one of the big reasons was their new federal government has changed a lot of their policies towards Canadians. We've always been great friends, kind of cousins with the Americans, but this new regime really seems to have a hate on for us. In fact, the president has called for us, he'd like us to be the 51st state, which is kind of disconcerting to a little country like ours when a big superpower decides they'd like to make you a state, or worse yet, he has said he'd like to annex us, probably as a territory or something, so kind of take us over. And you know, we probably wouldn't get a vote anymore, so we'd lose our sovereignty. So that's really been disconcerting to a lot of Canadians. And a lot of Canadians have been boycotting U.S. products and traveling to the U.S. Another thing they've done is they've really kind of tightened up the borders and a lot more scrutiny at the border. There's more paperwork to do. They want to know where you're going, and you write it out to Customs and Border Protections, which I can see. I kind of agree with some of the policies about immigration and border, but you know, we're really kind of been your friends over the years. It's been a really good thing back and forth. Canadians visiting America and Americans visiting Canada. During the summer, I see more American boats than Canadian boats, actually. But so that's another reason. We just don't want to go through the border scrutiny, especially a lot of the new border patrols don't know what's going on. The policies are kind of haphazard. They've just been implemented this year, so half of the time you get mixed information on what to do. And we've also been down there a number of years, so it's not like this would be our first or second time. And also we've just had a nice boating season. If I'd been camped here all summer and it was going to be our big time to go traveling, I might have a different view and go for it. Another reason is things are getting a lot more expensive down there. You know, we've been going down there for 13, 14 years, and when we first started going, things were, you know, groceries and fuel and things were a lot cheaper. Now with recent inflation, a lot of their stuff is not that cheap anymore as far as groceries and stuff. Sorry about the dinging. I have a problem with this ram right now. Yeah, so it's a lot of the stuff is more expensive. Their fuel is, especially on the west coast, when we come down through Washington, Oregon, California, fuel is pretty expensive. Even Arizona is not cheap. So it costs a lot of money to go down there. The ferry rates back and forth for our trailer have constantly gone up as well. It's about 350 Canadian to get on and off the island. And then all the fuel to get down there and that. And then also our travel insurance has been steadily going up as well. It's you know, tripled over what we were paying just 6-7 years ago. So all that's combined to make us decide to spend the winter on Vancouver Island instead. Maybe get an early start on boating season. We might do some international travel. Maybe in the early spring we'll put the trailer and truck in storage and maybe fly off somewhere just to get some warmth before we come back and do the boating. Looks like they're just loading up a boat here, or they just brought it out of the water. This is Jack's Boat Yard. That's their new trailer there. Yeah, sorry about the dinging. I have a issue with the ABS on this 2018 Ram, but there is a recall on it, so I could get it fixed for free if I just hang on and wait for them. They don't have a part. I think 300,000 trucks needed this part, so they don't have the parts right now. But it just kind of bings like that. It doesn't affect too much though. There we go. Looks like he's getting this thing in there. Yeah, so anyway, I just want to tell you I have no problems with the American people at all. I have tons of friends down there, and I've never had any issues with visiting down there. Everybody's been very warm and friendly to us, but I do have a big issue with their current federal government. But hopefully that's just about doing trade and stuff like that. And once they kind of come up with a deal and rewrite the deal, trading deals with Canada, maybe they can all be friends again, and maybe next year we can go down as usual. So I'm just going to go up here and get some stuff. I'll show you the stuff I'm going to get for our winter season. We did spend one winter during when COVID was really raging. The borders were closed, and we spent a winter in Campbell River at Thunderbird RV Park, so that's where we're going to spend the winter again. And at that time I bought some skirting and heated hoses and dehumidifiers and rugs and certain things, so I'm going to pick that stuff up here in our storage shed here at the boat. And also it's a good chance for me to be able to check on the boat. It looks like they've stuffed another boat in between us here. There's vestry there. We'll see how the winter cover is going. See if it needs any adjustments, see if anything's going wrong inside, and pick up some stuff. Okay, well, in this big red bag is my skirting kit. It's a lot like this material here, the Easy Snap skirting system. I got a Camco heated hose with auto temperature adjust. In here is some ABS plastic half shells for my hose, so I get a nice level run down to the sewer hole. And then we've got a bunch of this ABS piping. Actually, I have two different size sets. Got some 3/4 inch, and then I got some 1 inch, because I had a skirting kit that I had bought, and then Easy Snap sent me out a skirting kit a couple years ago just to do a bunch of videos for them. I actually ended up doing that in the desert, so I have another full skirting set and another second set of pipes, so I'll probably end up trying to sell that off. Good time of year, people will be looking for skirting. And some other odds and ends in here. Got a little low wattage oil heater. I also have another heater in the rig, and a dehumidifier is already there. And then we got some carpets to roll out on the floor. Some different half shell things to hold the skirting. Anyway, I'll show that all to you when I install it, probably next week sometime. So from the outside, the winter cover looks pretty good on vestry. Let's go in and check. We've already had some pretty substantial wind and rainstorms go through here in early November, so it's kind of nice to be able to come back and check on the boat, make sure everything is okay. That'll be one advantage of being here. We'll just be over in Campbell River. It's just a short ferry ride and a drive to go check on things. There we are. Just left the engine bay open. Let the air circulate. Everything looks pretty dry in here. You got a couple very low wattage heaters. They're almost like having light bulbs on in here. They're only about 100 watts or so. Just put out enough heat to make the temperature inside greater than outside. Lets the moisture out through the cover. It's kind of a canvasy type cover, so if you keep it warm in here, then it keeps it nice and dry, lets the moisture out. Go down here and check the rebirth. Looks okay. There's the other heater I placed there. And I just leave an LED type light bulb on. Mainly because if I get someone to check on the boat, I have a few friends here that can check on the boat for me. That way they won't fall in the hole if it's dark. And also they can see if the power is on. Go check at the front here. Looks okay. Looks pretty good. Lines are still tight. That looks pretty dry here. We get a little bit of water pooling on the deck there. Whoever redid the fiberglass decking didn't quite get it even, so we tend to pool water there. Nice and dry here. I just leave this tarp here just in case something goes wrong and we get a bunch of rain coming inside. Extra protection. Go check the upper area. Oops. Looks good. Nice and dry. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Yeah, this has been great having this cover. It came with the boat, but it really helps protect vestry during the winter months. And the storage room's nice and dry. Another one of these little wave heaters in here. And it's just enough to keep the temperature differential so you don't get any condensation forming in here. Everything actually stays nice and dry in here. Nice little shed. Just checking the power cord. This little drip loop there, and then down here also have a drip loop taped together. Just running a heavy-duty extension cord in there for the couple 100 watts of a heater. Also add a little cover for my outlet, keep the weather off it. Well, got all my stuff. Vestry's all back sewed up. Had a nice chat with the people that were hanging around the boatyard. Good group of people there, good workers. Kind of watch vestry for us while we're away, keep an eye on it. And this year, if there's any problems, I'll be able to buzz back across and take care of it. Maybe I'll come check sometime during the winter. Take the ferry from Comox to Campbell River. With the truck and me, it's 62 bucks each way, so not too bad. Get over and check on vestry. Anyway, stay tuned, see what we get up to this winter. Probably we'll make some day trips in the truck. It's kind of a beautiful area around here, and the one winter we stayed, it was kind of, COVID. It was hard to get out, and a lot of places were closed down or shut down, so this winter we'll be able to explore a bit more. There's lots of nice places for Anne to get out and photograph landscapes. She loves winter, so this will be kind of interesting. We'll get to see some snow and everything. And also, this will be one of the first times we're actually here for Christmas, so it'll be interesting. Maybe go visit some family during Christmas, and like I say, maybe fly off and go some kind of international place for a month or so, and then come back and get an early start on the boating season. So, till next time, Ray from Love You RV and Boat. If you want to follow along, I have a monthly newsletter I've been doing for many years. It's on Substack now, loveyourrv.substack.com. And you can stay up to date with what we're doing each month and kind of have the recent posts and stuff like that. Cheers, guys.